I had many sins on my conscience during my career as a soldier. The punishment of the sins on my eyes is to see horrible and frightful objects, and the sins I committed with my tongue. My tongue is being pierced with needles and tormented with thirst. For the sins of my hands are plunged into an ocean of fire with such pain. Fortunately, in life I had a veneration for the Blessed Virgin Mary. She was interceded on my behalf to enlighten the sentence I would have gotten. That would have been hell.
I am Princess Gita of Sweden, daughter-in-law of Saint Bridget. I was a good person most of my life, but in my youth I made some mistakes in judgment. I was permitted to appear to Catherine, Bridget's daughter, and ask her to sell my crown in order to have masses said and alms given to the poor. I'm sure they will assist me and hopefully obtain my release very soon. Then I will join the blessed in heaven, singing my songs of praise to God.
I've been sentenced to 64 years in this place. My weakness was gambling. When I think of how much money I spent and lost, it could have eased so many people's sufferings, fed the hungry, clothed the naked, or sheltered the homeless. My winnings only went to feed my bad habits. The wealth that I had spent on fun, it's all gone. It could have been used to my glory, but now only to my shame to have not served the Lord. And the poor, I'll be here for a long time yet to go.
Did you ever want a house of yours? I've been here a long time too. Oh, I could use one of those. I said to myself, they don't need it. I do. It was a game to see how much. It was so much fun to see how much you could take without getting caught. No one could catch me at it. No one could see me, I thought. I only deceived myself. The Lord knows everything. Now I pay the prices for my hands. How they burn. And I choose to do those steps with my own free will.
I'm here because I like to dabble in occult things. You know, astrology, demonology, tarot cards, horoscopes, Ouija boards, pentagrams, crystals, psychic stuff, and games like Dungeons and Dragons, you know, things like that. I thought it was fun, and sometimes some weird things would happen. But some things were really frightening too. It didn't stop me.
Many years ago, I was an artist, a painter of great skills. Well, when I was younger, I did some rather modest paintings. Not paintings that led to the reality of how holy the temples of our bodies are, but paintings that led others into impurity of thought to those who saw them. I repented of that sin when I began to paint religious paintings instead. I was working on a very large one in a Carmelite monastery when I suddenly was stricken ill with and died shortly afterward. I had willed a large sum of money to the monastery and had asked to be buried in their cemetery and to have the holy sacrifice of the Mass offered for me. Our merciful God allowed me to appear a few days after my death to relate my request for relief to one of the religious there. At my death, I stood before God, and a large crowd of accusers cried out for vengeance against me. They shouted that I, like them, deserved hell, or at least a long purgatory because of the painting of mine had caused them to sin. The Blessed Virgin Mary and the saints whom I had glorified by my paintings came to my defense. They presented my case as the foolish mistakes made in my youth, and I had repented. I had tried to make reparation by doing religious works to which led others to holy thoughts instead. In consideration of my repentance and good works, the Lord sends me not to hell, but the flames of purgatory until that painting was burned, so that no one else could sin by it. I begged the religious to relate my painful story to the present owner as proof of my request. His 2 children would soon die, and he himself would die too if he did not destroy it. Well, a month later, his 2 children did die as God's punishment for buying it and displaying it in his home. How horrible is today's flood of impurity. It's on the computer, TV, books, magazines, movies, everywhere. Chastity is so difficult.
Did you see the little teddy bear go by with his mommy?
Oh, yes, he was very cute.
Do you see that little devil go by? Pretty scary, huh?
Yes, I do wish they weren't dressed like that.